One here at the 104th California Amateur. How did Lake Merced treat you?
Got off to a little bit of a slow start. Took me a while to wake up. Haven't seen the course in like 4 years, so those first couple holes I was kind of testing it out. But I think I played well. I scrambled a little bit at the beginning, but I was able to get an eagle to fall on my back nine and make a couple really good birdies.
In 2022, Jake Knapp was standing outside a nightclub at 1 a.m., holding the door, breaking up fights, checking IDs, watching drunk strangers stumble into the street. Just months earlier, he had been chasing a PGA Tour card. Now, rent money. Jake Knapp had played in the US Open, dominated elite amateur events, and turned pro with real expectations. And now, he was a bouncer at a place called the Country Club in Costa Mesa. Most careers don't come back from that. Most players don't go from nightclub security to winning on the PGA Tour, but this one did. And the scary part? He keeps getting better. Southern California breeds golfers. Perfect weather, public courses. Jake Knapp didn't just grow up around golf, he grew up inside of it. Newport Beach, Costa Mesa, sunburned range sessions, a swing that looked too smooth to fail. By high school, he wasn't promising, he was inevitable. At UCLA, he wasn't hoping to compete, he was expecting to win. He played in the US Open as an amateur. He entered the US Amateur as a top seed. That's not potential, that's proof. And when you reach that level, nobody asks if you'll make the tour. They start talking about how fast. So in 2016, he turned pro, bet on himself, skipped the safe route, chose the fire. And that's when reality showed up. Professional golf doesn't care how good you were at 21. It cares how good you are this Thursday, then on Friday, then again next week. Knapp didn't explode under the scene. He stalled. Mini tours, PGA Tour Canada, Korn Ferry, Q School, again and again. Cheap flights, long drives alone, entry fees that felt like gambling rent money. There are no cameras on the 143rd ranked player on the developmental tour. There's no documentary crew in a 2-star hotel off the highway. There's just a guy who used to dominate, trying to survive. Professional golf isn't linear, it's a ladder covered in grease. And in 2021, Jake Knapp's hands slipped. Status is gone, opportunity shrinking, bank account tightening. And for the first time in his life, talent wasn't enough. And that's when doubt starts whispering. Maybe you peaked in college. Maybe you were a great amateur. Nothing more. That's the part no one sees. The quiet erosion. The ego slowly cracking. Eventually, the dream collides with math. You still have to eat. So Jake Knapp got a job. Not teaching lessons, not at a country club, but at the nightclub. The Country Club in Costa Mesa. He walked in asking for bar work. They put him at the door, security, bouncer. The same hands that once gripped a driver on the first tee of the US Open. Now checking IDs, breaking up fights, while his lifelong dream felt like it was a fading memory. This wasn't a detour. This was the edge. And most careers don't come back from the edge. The hours were brutal. Late nights, weekend chaos, constant tension. Golf in the morning, security at night, repeat. For 8, maybe 9 months, that was his life. And this is the part people romanticize, the grind. But there's nothing glamorous about watching your dreams stall while your friends move on. There's nothing poetic about checking your bank account and wondering if this is the moment you quietly give up. In standing outside that nightclub, watching chaos spill into the street, something shifted. This wasn't rock bottom. This was clarity. No more waiting for it to happen. No more assuming talent would carry him. If he wanted the tour, he'd have to take it. Jake Knapp doesn't play golf safely. He bombs it. Aggressive lines, full sends, driver without fear. That kind of style is electric when it works. It's destructive when it doesn't. Early in his career, aggression cost him. He'd fire at pins when patience was required. He'd try to overpower courses instead of outsmarting them. It's the curse of gifted athletes. When you know you can do something others can't, restraint feels like a weakness. But the bouncer phase hardened him. It stripped away his ego. He went back to the grind, but this time with purpose. He clawed his way through PGA Tour Canada. Again, won, proved he wasn't done. Then came the Korn Ferry Tour, golf's version of survival mode. In 2023, everything was on the line. Finish high enough on the points list, you get a PGA Tour card. Week after week, he stayed inside the number. And when the season ended, he'd done it. Top 15 on the Korn Ferry points list. PGA Tour card secured. After years of bouncing between tours, after nights working security, after almost slipping into obscurity, Jake Knapp was officially a PGA Tour player. But earning a card and keeping a card are two different wars. Most rookies on the PGA Tour try to survive. Jake Knapp didn't come to survive. He came to attack. At the Mexico Open, he unleashed the version of himself that used to get him in trouble. But now he was refined. Controlled aggression, bombs off the tee, fearless approaches. The leaderboard tightened. The pressure built. Then Sunday arrived. And this is where most comeback stories wobble. Because doubt creeps in. But pressure doesn't care about your backstory. It exposes what you are in that moment. Knapp didn't flinch. He kept swinging like he had nothing to lose. Because compared to standing outside a nightclub at 1 a.m., this was simple. And when the final putt dropped, it wasn't just a win. It was a statement. The bouncer had just won on the PGA Tour. First victory, rookie season. If the Mexico Open was validation, the 59 was a warning shot. Sub 60 rounds are mythical in golf. They don't just require skill, they require alignment of timing, confidence, and clarity. At the Cognizant Classic, Knapp shot a bogey-free 59. Think about that. For years, he was grinding mini tours and checking IDs. Now he was entering one of the most exclusive clubs in professional golf. It wasn't luck. It wasn't random. It was the byproduct of someone who had already faced a different kind of failure and survived it. Here's the truth about Jake Knapp's story. It's not about a nightclub. It's not even about a trophy. It's about identity. When athletes stall out, they face a fork in the road. Protect the ego or rebuild the foundation. Knapp rebuilt. He learned to harness aggression instead of being consumed by it. He learned patience without losing edge. He stopped playing like someone entitled to success and started playing like someone who had earned it. And that changes everything. Because hunger is different when you've seen the alternative. When you've clocked in at a job that has nothing to do with your dream, when you felt the world move on without you, you don't step under the first tee grateful just to be there. You step there ready to take something. Hey, sorry for the plug, but if you're enjoying this kind of stuff and wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe button, we're closing in on 1,000 subs.